Oh, yeah.
Yep. We'll present here. Probably should put this on first.
Yeah. You already stole someone's number. There you go.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Put this on too. I'll look like people will recognize me now. Well, thank you for those kind words. All of it, I'm hoping, is going to be very true. But I just, first of all, would like to just say thank you to a lot of different people. Wouldn't be here without my faith life. God has done so much for myself, my wife, my folks. We're just extremely grateful to be blessed to be in this city. We prayed about this for a very, very long time, and just felt led to be here. I'd like to thank Mr. Ricketts and the Ricketts family for just everything that they've done for this incredible organization. It's a top-notch organization. You can tell the investment level is very high, and the standard here is to win. I'd like to thank Jed Hoyer and Carter Hawkins, and David Ross isn't here, but just for the time that they've spent talking to me, opening themselves up, and being willing to answer any and every question I've had, any phone call, any text message. It's important to have those kind of lines of communication if you want to build, a winning culture and set the precedent for something really, really special. So I'm appreciative of that, and just the professionalism, in the negotiations and working back and forth. I'd also like to thank my wife for being here, which is still kind of crazy to say my wife. That happened like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. But just incredibly grateful for her support and pushing me to be a better man, but also a better athlete, even though sometimes I don't want to listen. She tends to always be right. So I'm still working on that, but just incredibly grateful for her, leading me down a better path. My parents as well, just want to say thank you to them. They've done so much for me, taught me so many lessons, taught me what hard work means, taught me what putting faith in Christ looks like, and taught me how to respect people and to love people along the way. So thank you for that, and all the memories of hitting me ground balls and all that kind of stuff too, and driving me to every game. So I'd also like to thank Casey Close, Victor Menical, and the rest of Excel Sports. They have always treated me like family. I'm extremely grateful for them. And it's definitely much more than just a business relationship. They literally do anything and everything for me and my family at all times. And then I just have one quick story, and I'm really gonna hope I make it through without crying. So I can't look at my parents while I say this story. I know. So I've pretty much mentioned to everyone, like, being a Cub means more to me than people would realize. It's no secret that I left my hometown team to be here, and I've kept telling everyone that it's more personal to me. So Mallory and I got married December 10th. The next morning, we found out that my grandfather was not doing so well, that he was in hospice, and so we pretty much left our wedding venue the next morning, drove home, and basically had to rush over to the senior living facility where he was at, and we were, gosh dang it. So he ended up passing away on the day after we got married, and the one thing that just always stood out was he lived across the yard from my parents and I and my brother and sister, and so every day when I would come home from school, I would run up to his house. I'd run in and pretty much like demand that he come outside and hit me ground balls, which he would always do. But every time I walked in, he would have a Cubs game on, back when it was on WGN. And I can't look at my parents. He would have a Cubs game on, and I was always like, Pops, we're in Atlanta, dude. Like, we're Braves fans. And it was just something he loved baseball so much, and all he ever wanted me to be was doing what I'm doing now. So having won a championship in Atlanta for one of his favorite teams, we just felt that the Cubs, which were his second favorite team, that bringing a championship to this city was just what we have felt called to do. So to be able to play for two of my grandfather's two favorite teams means literally like the world to me. So thank you, and I'm glad I got through that without crying. So thank you.
Thank you, Dansby. We can open up to questions now. We have microphones. Joanna and Jesse have mics. Just raise your hand. We'll bring you a mic, and we can get started.